Well, hello everybody, welcome back to OTC Fish Keeper, and today I'm going to try something that's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. When it comes to construction projects and that sort of thing, anything technical buildy like that, that's not really where my strong suits lie. But today I'm going to try to see just how hard or easy it is to copy one of Joey Mullen's filters from the DIY Fish King videos. And the video I'm going to try to copy the filter for, I'll put in a link in the description below. But I'm going to try to make one of his 40-gallon sump filters, and I'm going to do it for this fish pond right here, for my goldfish pond. It's 350 to 420 gallons. I'm not sure exactly where, but it's going to be a neat pond for my goldfish here, because I want to put my Oscars and my African cichlids, all of these guys, in my 265 upstairs, which is currently taken up by none other than the goldfish. So in order to do that, I've got to find a new home for the goldfish before I can move these guys upstairs. So I believe I have all the supplies I need. So, with a little luck, I'll be able to put this together. Now, I purchased an overflow from the same company that Joey says he likes. I forget the name of them, but it doesn't matter. They're not paying me anyway. But it's a nice filter. It's a little expensive, about $100, but it sure does look nice. But I'm putting it on a round or a curved surface here, down here actually. So, see how it works out. I'll give it a go. Well, okay, at this level, it's still slightly below here, but if I move the tank over closer to the filter system, I can get it in there. Plus, the nice thing about this valve is I can put it in and put it up just a little bit to pull that in. As long as it's lower than the intake over here, it should be fine. So, see how that goes. Okay, and now, the next part of Joey's filter, he got one of these storage containers, you know. He got his cheaper than I got mine, but still I got one. And then he just took a drill, made a bunch of holes. He had a special drill bit. I saw those, but they're wicked expensive, and so I'm just getting this one. Hopefully this works out. We'll see what happens here. I got my fingers crossed. I went at it too fast. Yeah, it worked perfectly. 5/8 inch. I'm going to make a whole bunch of holes so the water can drain through. This might take a while though, because I have to use this kind of slow, it looks like. Okay, I've got all my holes drilled. 5/8 inch through the top, 5/8 inch through the second layer, and then the third layer is empty, so that the water can come out quite easily and then flow through to the pump, which will simply take it back up, put it inside the pond. Later on I might drill a hole for the pump to put water directly in. For now I'm just going to let it flow over the side. I got a long piece of tube for that. And there's the overflow set up just below that rim there. I don't want it to get up into that rim too much. So I think I'm almost done. Okay, I'm getting pretty excited here. So I'm on the home stretch, filling the tub with water, and looking at it now, that is going to take a while. 350 to 420 gallons. You see I got my overflow in place here. Last thing I'm going to have to do is just hook up this little bit on the outside, which is going to flow over to this sump, and then I've already got my pump ready to go. Pump it right back into the pond. So I'll fill it up and we'll see how that goes. Well, this is very disappointing. Finally ready to put water in the pond. You see I've only got an inch or so in there, not much. Shake it up a little for you there. Barely over the end of the hose. And yet, it's leaking. Now I've cleared this away twice. The last time I really cleared it away to make sure that if there was any new accumulation it was leaking. The only place logical for it to leak is out that drain. I tightened it, but I don't see any way. But the drain is dry. Wait a minute. Oh, over here is a little bit something. So somehow it's the drain. I'm going to have to drain the whole tank and then maybe seal it with silicone. It's way too difficult to take this tank all the way back where I got it because I had to pay people special to get it out here in the first place. We'll see. Okay, a day's gone by. I've siliconed the plug inside and outside. I loaded it up pretty good because if I need to get that off, silicone is going to be pretty easy to pull off of there. So, and I really don't see a situation where I'm going to drain it like this. It'd have to be some kind of weird emergency, which I can't imagine any. So I sealed it up real good. And now it's time to try to fill it up again with water. So cross our fingers. Okay, so far I got the fish pond about half full. The seal is holding perfectly. No leaks whatsoever. Apparently if you put enough silicone on something, then it will not leak. Got the filter set up and ready to go. Not sure how this is going to do. It's actually got to travel uphill a little bit. So I got my fingers crossed there, but it's still, the end is still going to be lower than where it's coming out. So that's siliconed up real good as well, even though I don't know that it was necessary, but you know what, I didn't want to have to drain the tank and then refill it. I haven't put the filter material in yet. It's going to go in this box here. You see there's lots and lots of holes. I got the same holes in this box up here so that it'll drain quickly and easily. And if it overflows, it's no big deal. It just goes over the sides just the same way that the DIY Fish King did his. So it's pretty much the same thing. I had to make a couple of changes because this isn't actually a fish tank, it's a fish pond. And later on I'll use this on a fish tank. Got my pump here, 800 gallons an hour, or is it 900? It's 8 or 9. I think it's one of those. Got it ready to go, so as soon as that pond is full, I can turn that on. We'll see how it goes. Okay, it's almost to the bottom of the overflow there. And what I'm planning here is to let it overflow until it gets to the point of just under right about the top of this box right here, because I'm going to have this filled with filter material for it to go through, filter media, so that it can cycle out the water. And as soon as it gets to the top of my pump here, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the pump and see if this works out. I got this rigged up. Comes around the tub here, empties over here. We'll see how that works. It's getting really close now. It's almost ready to go. Oh, we've got a little action. We've finally got some water coming in. And it's going to probably pick up the pace pretty quickly once it breaks that dam. Now it's coming through nice. But the water's almost up to the top of that filter. Oops, the real question becomes, will it come in here? Can it get through? If it doesn't get through, I'm going to have a problem. I hear some noise. Oh, there's water coming in. I can't actually see it, but I can see it here in the corner coming in. I can hear it going through. All right. All right, the water is being filtered. Awesome. Working its way down to the bottom. All right. Next stop, cover the pump. There it comes. All right. All right. Well, if this works, I'm going to take full credit. If it doesn't work, I'm going to blame the DIY Fish King because it's his design, mostly. Okay, turn the pump on low, and it immediately started putting water into the tank. It's flowing in pretty nicely here. It's moving pretty good. I've got the pump currently set on its lowest setting, so hopefully it can keep up. Maybe we'll even turn the setting up a little bit. Okay, all finished up. Filter is working. The tube can handle the 800 or 900 gallons per hour required, which I'm very happy about, so I don't have to buy any fancy plastic tubing, although I might get it later just so it looks cooler. But right now it's fully functional, and I'm happy with what I got. I did find one more small leak I'm going to have to deal with, but that has nothing to do with the project. That's just me not recognizing that these two guys were not sealed together very good. Get that all taken care of and get me some goldfish in my pond. It's going to be awesome. So I'd like to say thanks to Joey, the king of DIY, because DIY Fish King, because it's a nice project. It worked out pretty good. Reasonably priced, a little more expensive than I thought, but that was mostly because I had to buy so many tools to make it work because I didn't have a lot of this stuff. But now I do, so the next time it's going to be a lot cheaper. So until next time, you guys, keep having fun.